take public transportation instead. And as always, public transit schedules are on our NBC Chicago app. Over 70,000 vehicles pass through this intersection a day. Drivers call it gridlock triangle. A decision on a vice presidential running mate could come as soon as this week. A lack of a state budget means that Chicago State University is struggling to stay open. Some of the strongest winds not seen in years are already reaching up to 50 miles per hour. Baseballs are being hit inside Wrigley Field. Out here, wrecking balls will be swinging. O'Hare Airport is about to get a whole lot bigger and better. But this alley right behind me is located right next to this BP gas station. Laquan McDonald protesters circled around City Hall 16 times. An expired pass could give you a $200 ticket. Chicago teachers cited several reasons for staging a one-day strike on Friday. From decreases in their pension contributions to unpaid furlough days, Chicago teachers are feeling the brunt of the state budget deadlock in Springfield. And as Chicago teachers walked the picket line, Chicago Public Schools called the strike illegal. But union officials say that they were well within their rights to strike over what they call unfair labor practices.
You know, when you have an employer who's cutting your pay over and over and over again without any negotiation, that's considered an unfair labor practice, and that's why the union's out today.
With the strike, the teachers union is also trying to put public pressure on lawmakers to provide more funding for the school system and other programs.
Like, we need to amp up what we're doing in order to get some sort of a movement that's best for not just the teachers, but for our students as well.
Chicago teachers picketed at their respective schools throughout the city. At Edmondson High School, about 60 protesters walked the streets of Damen and Foster. Cars passing by honked with encouragement, and even students and parents joined to support their teachers.
Not only has this system given me so much, but so have my teachers. So I stand in solidarity with them because they have given me everything that I've been able to do.
I completely support them, and I don't want to see the schools losing more teachers.
This isn't the first time teachers have walked out, and union members admitted that this one-day strike wasn't completely unanimous. But they said that if action is not taken in Springfield, it might not be their last. Blake Keller, Loyola News Chicago. It's safe to say that the next few days will be hot, hot, hot. Temperatures could get as high as 115 degrees. It's important to stay safe and escape the heat when temperatures get to dangerous levels. Here's how.
Just for those folks that really can't leave their apartment, is take several showers a day. Allow that to cool yourself down.
Chicago Park District will hold camps and activities, but limit outdoor activities, hold frequent water breaks, and parents are urged to bring the sunscreen and water bottles.
Lots of water, ice packs. Some of the places don't have air conditioning, so if it's really, really hot, we might not go.
The city's cement and tall buildings can trap heat and push temperatures to dangerous levels. To cool down, cooling centers and pools will be open for Chicago residents.
We're here because they don't have air at home.
The heat may cause major problems for Metra due to heat stress on the tracks, and IDOT warns of buckling pavement for drivers. And for man's best friend, keep them inside as they can easily overheat.
But yeah, keep them watered.
The heat warning will remain until Friday evening and even Saturday morning for some areas. As a student, where do you go when you lose something close to you? Maybe it's your favorite shirt, fragrance, or even your beloved phone. So your next step, check the Damen Student Center or Halas Recreation Center. But do most students know about the lost and found? Damen Student Supervisor Maggie Gracia says that most students don't realize their item is closer than they think.
Yeah, I just don't think it's efficient. I don't think we announce that we have items found, so I think some students just take it for granted, especially like when they lose like gloves or hats in the winter or headphones. They just think that it's lost forever, so we do end up having a huge pile of clothing by the end of the semester.
Both facilities have a process for their lost and found items. Employees log descriptions of these items. Items of value such as electronics and IDs are held for a brief time and then handed off to campus safety where, if possible, students are contacted. Other items like clothing or water bottles, the lost and found life cycle lasts about 2 weeks. At both Halas and Damen, unclaimed lost and found items are then donated. One problem that both facilities face is that items are in the lost and found for too long, and no one is donating these items in a timely manner. While the lost and found process isn't necessarily a terrible one, one building manager here at Halas Recreation Center is working to improve these policies.
Our current problem is that we just weren't donating the things in a timely manner, so we had everything accumulating in the back.
Halas building manager Kyra Welciek has taken the initiative to make sure that Halas's lost and found items are organized and set on a schedule so that items are donated more quickly.
We're trying to put in these are the specific dates throughout the semester that we're going to donate, and we're also putting a specific person in charge so that person knows that it's their job now to make sure that those things get donated.
After finding a problem with how they donated, Halas and Damen are now working with organizations for future donations. Good news about the 6-year-old girl shot while playing outside her home yesterday. She's recovering tonight after surgery to remove a bullet from her head. For Halas, they're looking to work with the green element in the future, and donations will go towards environmental sustainability. For a full women's soccer recap, Madeline Kenny is here to do a breakdown. Chi-Town will be Draft Town once again for Arch Madness. The Ramblers didn't take the Missouri Valley Conference title, but they did make it to the quarterfinals. The track and field team opened their indoor season on December 2nd at the Grand Valley State University Holiday Open. In the Italian Alps, crews are trying to stop glaciers from melting by installing 100,000 square feet of tarp material. Now take a look here, that white path, it's not snow, it is a special plastic.